Right. So even though I've got a game already in motion there, and it says I played for 2 hours, 2 hours it says I've done there, but quite a amount of time of that was me sat scratching my head, figuring out how to work it, because it's quite it's so different. So I'm gonna go with a new playthrough whilst I'm streaming. You can move that around. Right, for my other playthrough, I picked this vehicle. But for this one, I'm going to pick this. And paint job, because this is essentially going to be the company colours. I'm going to roll with that. So an industrial town somewhere on the seashore is about to be hit by a massive storm. You've been tasked with making sure key infrastructure objects are all protected from both the incoming weather and the flood that it will surely cause. Yeah, like I say, that other playthrough, even though it says I've got 2 hours on the clock, a lot of that time playing that was trial and error of trying to plan routes, which will make sense to you when you see how this unfolds in a minute. So North Africa Spring, you are subcontracted to assist in reinforcing the shoreline of the phosphate plant. This task is part of a large-scale S&R preparation effort for an upcoming storm.
Hey there! The name's Kelly, and I'll be your friendly neighborhood dispatcher for today. And every day unless we screw something up. Then the company replaces us, like dead batteries. But until then, I'll be here to help as much as I can. Not that you need much help with your first task. You need to head to the lookout point and take in the general layout of that town on the coast. They're bracing for one hell of a storm. I suggest you get on with the agenda before the storm hits.
So this is your track's objective. Note that I will be updating when you completed the previous step. Take a look around and head for the next waypoint. Oh shit. Pillock. So, we've got working mirrors, look at that! And we've got working wipers in this game. When it starts to piss it down.
Enjoying the sights? I often hear they're the best part of your job. At least your job has a best part. I have to make do with cheap coffee and a broken AC. Ready for your next mission? Well, aren't you lucky? Investigate the phosphate plant. Not too exciting, but who am I to argue, right? Go take a look.
Oh, what was that then? That didn't stay on the screen long, did it? Oh, I think I was just going the other way, you know. Don't remember coming in this way last night. Oh, shit. Get the truck covered in shit. Scout vehicles are equipped with a winch that can hook various elements. Hold R1 and aim with your camera to attach the winch to a hook. So, open your map to see the available objective. Clear the way into the plant. And then we'll track that. Rogan, afternoon bud. So this vehicle comes with a grader, which is used to move obstacles and level terrain. Graders have several modes that can be toggled by holding down L1 and pressing X or square. Muffins, afternoon.
Hey, you're not a bad navigator. To be fair, a child could handle it if it could reach the gas pedal. Still, you did fine too, so kudos to you. Now it's time to get you to your forward base. It's not much to look at, but should keep you warm. Oh, and on your way there, be a darling and clear the plan-sold entrance for the cavalry. They're coming later. If the higher-ups don't cut the funding.
Move all that shit out the way. So, gotta visit the forward base, right.
Welcome. The good news is, you're in charge now. Bad news
Axel,
is the storage
afternoon,
and
buddy.
allocation of resources are all on you. So, use them wisely. And remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. For the company. Well, on to your next job. Storm's rolling in, and we need to build a flood wall before it does. Before it rolls in, I mean. Storm seldom builds walls. First, we need to plot a route from the base to the phosphate plant. Once we do that, we can deliver the crane parts to make the wall.
Build a route to deliver the crane parts. The infrastructure tab displays a list of activities that you can complete in any order. New activities will become available as you explore the map. Some activities such as this one are required to complete your activities. So open one of the requests to see how route plotting works. Where's the requests? Ah, there we go. So start plotting. So that's the route plotted. And then you press to dispatch the vehicles, and then you can spectate them to make sure that the route is good enough. So let's just spectate this while I drink the rest of my coffee. when I did this last night, it failed. Said one of the trucks couldn't do the route. When I first did this last night, I had to delete the route and start again. There you go, job done. So, another truck en route. So now, find and recover the generator from the abandoned facility. So, we'll track that. That is somewhere in there. So my car is up here currently, isn't it?
Looks like we're gonna need a generator for the phosphate plant. There should be one somewhere close to the abandoned facility. Check your map. If you can find it, bring it back to the garage inside the abandoned facility.
So you've just entered a search area. All the scout vehicles are equipped with an object scanner. The scanner will help you locate quest objects hidden within the search area. There it is. So, I know what to do here now, but last night I was scratching my head wondering, how do I get that from up there? It was only when I drove close to this here that I thought, I wonder if I can go up there. And then it tells you. Some environmental elements can be pushed, pulled, knocked over, or hooked with a winch. Look for the yellow markings to spot them. Ah! I did that last night. So I've got to drag it there, that's all. Zodius, good afternoon. Going alright, Zodius, going alright. I will say, everything that you know about SnowRunner, and everything that you then learn and pick up about expeditions that's different from SnowRunner, you need to do that again with this game, because this game mixes it up again completely in terms of how you think it needs to be played.
Work nicely. I knew I could rely on you, which is especially great since I had nobody else to rely on. You're the only contractor in the sector. The fate of everything rests upon you. No pressure. Besides, the only thing left to do is to build the flood wall before the storm hits. First, you'll need to scoop up some concrete slabs. There should be plenty around your base. Naturally, you'll want to use the crane to move them. Then you need to drop them off in the loading area. Easy as pie, right? I could go for some pie. Anywho, the generator's in working order, so now you just need to make sure it's delivered. Shouldn't be too hard. Just plot a course from the workshop to the phosphate plant.
Zodius, thanks very much for the sub. As always, it's always appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zodius. So let me just get out onto the road here. Or out of this base. You have a new vehicle to play with, let's head to the vehicle tab and switch to it. Alright, give me a sec. Give me a sec, let me just park up here. So, some big differences here with everything that we've come to know and things that we've learned from playing SnowRunner, SnowRunner, MudRunner, and even Expeditions. This completely changes it up again. Because on this, if you look at the bottom right of the screen, I've got a parking brake, which is circle on the controller. I've got one low gear only, which is to press X. I've then got square, which is for all-wheel drive, and then I've got triangle, which enables diff lock once you're in low gear. There's no, or I've not figured it out yet, there doesn't appear to be an engine stop and start button. So, and the way you've just got the one, your natural gear, which I'm in now, and then the ability to switch to just a single low gear to enable the diff lock, makes it almost feel a little bit arcadey. There's no refueling, there's no damage to vehicles, so there's no need to, your engine's running because I can't find an engine off button, it doesn't matter because it doesn't burn out your fuel, because there's nowhere on screen there where I've got any form of the need to refuel any vehicle whatsoever. So it's changed things up again in a very, very weird kind of way. And when I came off it last night, and maybe because I was tired or whatever, and maybe because I spent the majority of a 2 hour play time when it went live at midnight last night, and I spent the majority of that time scratching my head trying to work out some of these new systems and the way the new missions and stuff worked. I didn't have that wow factor when I came off it last night. I was kind of like, I get what it's doing, and at its core, it's still a mud runner game with the off-roading and getting the vehicles across rugged terrain and whatnot. But it's going for a completely different approach from what we're used to. As you'll see in a minute, right? Let me show you this. Daughter's all right, Zodie. She's just got a bit of stomachache, so she's kind of going in school for her exams. And then because her stomach's a little bit bloated, and wearing her school trousers and whatnot are quite tight on her. Once she's done her exams, I'm getting her sent home, and she's doing all revision at home because she's doing her GCSEs at the minute. So yesterday and today, because she's been in a bit of discomfort with the stomach still, I've had her sent home. So here's something different that this game brings, right? So I've just delivered that generator. I found the generator, and I've just delivered it to this plant, which is the abandoned facility. Now it wants me to create a route to deliver the generator to my phosphate plant. And last night when I was planning the route, I was getting my trucks to go all the way up here, all the way past this other forward base here, down the same road that I've already got a route planned, and go in. But after a bit of head scratching, I discovered a new route that's going to be quicker. And I'll kind of show you now, because the trucks come out of that garage when I've plotted the route. So if I pick that task, create a route to deliver the generator, click open, click track. So I'm tracking that at the minute. So fantastic work, you really know how to pull through. The generator seems to be in prime shape. Now we must relocate it to where it's needed the most. So your task is to plot a route or a course from the abandoned facility to the phosphate plant to recover valuable resources. So if I press X now on the infrastructure route on the top left there, it'll say plot route. So if I click on open, and then again on the left hand side I've got start plotting, it wants me to plot a route from here, so I'll do it step by step. The only thing I haven't done here is I haven't opened that gate. So I'm going to have to be really quick here to get my car, go down there, and hopefully open that gate, because I haven't opened the gate yet. I remembered last night I'd opened the gate. So before I dispatch vehicles, can I go back? Yeah, the route's planned. I haven't dispatched the vehicles yet, so let me get in this. Let me go and open the gate, because I haven't opened the gate yet. Yeah, there's no day and night cycle on this either. So where we had day and night cycle on Expeditions and SnowRunner, and even Mud Runner, there's no day and night cycle on this game. The weather's dynamic, the weather will change Like it'll go from pissing it down like this now to dry and sunny, or quite hazy. That's because I was reading chat. Yeah, it's not very, yeah, most of the time anyway, I end up skipping. Right, so that's done. So if I then get him out the way here. And then the route is already planned, so then I dispatch vehicles. You should see that truck come down this road in a minute with the generator on the back. So I'll just sit here patiently and wait. You, hurry. The cat's farting here, but the missus is, well, the missus is blaming it on the cat. Says it's a cat. Yeah, it's here. It's there. Look. Oh, there's two of them. There's two of them. Got three of them coming. They only got delivered a generator. Why is there three of them coming? Here he is. There was another one. God, how many are they coming for just the generator? But whoa, 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 whoa! Oh shit! Shit! Am I going to be in his way? They're coming from the forward base, aren't they? Right, I need to be careful here then. If I've got a convoy of trucks constantly coming down that route. So the operational infrastructure, abandoned facilities, phosphate plant, that's operational, and forward base to phosphate plant is operational. So objectives: move concrete slabs to the loading area, open and track. And it wants me to get inside the rusty crane. Which is this thing here. State this. Hold R1 to activate the crane controls. Additional controls R1 will expand once the load is attached. The nearby concrete slabs are a resource that can be stored. Use the crane to move them to the loading zone. So that's the loading zone there. Quite tricky this was last night. This took me a while to master as well. More from the point of view of not positioning this correctly. So toggle anchors. So that's one. I've got to do 6 in total. And a couple of them are in right nightmare areas. So that's 4. Then the other 2 are over. There's either some over there, or there's 2 there. I'm curious now, right, so I'm going to try something, because I'm not sure if I've tried this last night. I'm going to try something. In fact, I know for a fact I didn't try this last night. What am I on about? I'm going to try a little bit of an experiment here. Yes! Didn't try this last night. Hey, there we go. Resources are stored in your base storage, which is accessible from any of your bases. On each map, you can unlock access to multiple interconnected bases. Your current objective requires resources to be stored in your base storage in order to be completed. Got it. So I've got 6 concrete slabs in there now. Augie, afternoon. Toggle anchors, fault crane. Oh, I think I had the bloody handbrake on them and I was reversing. Dipshit. Right, let's have a look at what the next task is. Move concrete slabs to loading area. We're swamped with tasks and short on manpower. Your expertise is crucial. There are concrete slabs scattered around the forward base that need to be moved to our storage. Please gather and prepare them in the loading area for transportation to the phosphate plant. I think I've just got to press right on the D-pad to do this. Some objectives such as this one require you to manually confirm completion. This will remove resources from your storage. Done. There, right on the D-pad. Has done it. So now I've got to bring...
Looks like you'll need to do some hauling. Take the cargo truck and load it up with the concrete slabs and steel beams. Then, deliver it to the phosphate plant. And if you're in the mood for extra supplies, you could plot a route between the warehouse and the forward base. It's not essential, but it'll make things easier for you in the long run.
Connect the warehouse and the forward base with a route. So, concrete slabs and steel beams, bring them to... that zone there, yeah? To retrieve resources, press X to open the storage menu, then press X on the selected resource. You can store resources at one base and retrieve them from any other base. What do I need? Steel beams times 2 concrete slabs. So I gotta use the... I gotta use the crane to put them on then, have I? I assume. Must do. Oh shit. whoa, 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 what the fuck? What the f... Can they use that? Because I've not put that in the resource storage first. Oh, hang on, where's the stuff I already put in? Have I lost it? When that truck crashed into me, he dropped it all. Because I hadn't got it strapped down. Hang on, I think he's done with Jersey there. Oh no, look at that! That hasn't automatically packed it. I think it's stuck. There we go. It just strapped it where I left it, Zodius. The precinct doggy, yeah, I played that, yeah. This might have to be 2 chips, you know. Yeah, I'm sure it just straps it where it is, Zodius. I'm gonna risk sticking them all on top. And then just strapping the entire load down. So cargo, there you are, strapped. So where have I got to take these? Down there, right, let's go. Let's see how this pans out, eh? This, I didn't get further than this last night. I didn't even load the truck. I think it I need to watch my YouTube video back because I think it glitched. I think it was telling me that I'd got no concrete slabs in my storage, so it glitched. Whereas on this one, it was showing that I got 2. So how does this work? When I drive in here, does it automatically just drop the load off? Yes. Oh, look at this. Oh, that was awesome.
This storm's coming in fast, so we need to get that flood wall up. Actually, you need that more than I do. I'm safe back at HQ, but the folks in that town aren't. So, good luck.
Right, we're just gonna get a quick drink. Right, next objective. In fact, hang on, let's have a look at this screen. Because this screen gives me, pauses the game and gives me an event log of everything I've done so far. Oh, everything. Like, literally from the minute I got going. Oh, and it's saying there, skip tutorial, as if I'm still in the tutorial. What the frick? Anyway, the vehicles tab displays all deployed vehicles with new ones marked on the map with X to focus your camera on a vehicle, square to select it from a list, or triangle to select it directly from the map. So I've now got a crane that I can actually operate. So build a flood wall to strengthen the shore. We're on the final stretch before the storm hits, so let's make this place unshakable. Finish constructing a flood wall along the coast, use the tower cranes to position the strengthening plates. Together we can make this place invincible. Let's track that. Oh, it looks like the route you've plotted has failed, and the vehicles could not reach their destination. So how does that suddenly happen? How does a route that's been working fine suddenly fail? Because that happened last night, and I don't quite understand how that happens. No, let me just get this supported and ready to drop in place. Because I don't want to trigger a cutscene. I might get a possible cutscene here when I put this last thing in place. I'll have a look at that route. So infrastructure needs maintenance. Says operational. Oh. I'll try that. Let's spectate it. I don't know, because these are automated. I don't control these. They just run from A to B and back again or whatever. I don't do anything with them. Well, that seems to be getting through, doesn't it? Because where did it get stuck before? There, wasn't it? Odd. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Oh. Oh, you can switch to the internal camera. Awesome. Shields up.
Jeez Louise, that was a close one. I was worried you weren't gonna pull it off. If you keep this up, I might start getting optimistic. At least for the company's stocks. They've been crashing lately, but you might have just turned the tide. Now, doesn't that make you feel good? Well, savor it for all it's worth. Talk to you later.
So in that silence there's a strange kind of calm, as if it's the world's holding its breath, pretending everything is going to be alright, but a tempest must be true to its nature. All goals completed. You have completed all main objectives on this map. That's just a tutorial map, I think. New maps are now available on the map selection. You can return to the hub to select a newly unlocked map, or stay here and finish the side activities. What were the side activities? There was one, wasn't there? Oh, connect the warehouse to the forward base. I take it I've got to drive there first and find the place. Let's go do the side activity first. There's quite a bit of a map I've still not unlocked on this. That's when you look at it, Luke. That's still under cloud. Well, actually, no, there's not. It's just, I suppose, it's just that chunk. But I think that's the if that's where the cranes are. Then that's the water, body of water in it. What the f... Just gonna have a nosy around here. Whoa, what the f... glitch much? Let's go straight up. No, it's not, Briar. It's not. It's weird in a way. It's hard to describe in a way, because with the driving controls feel quite arcadey, with some of the depth that's been taken away from the driving controls, because you've literally just got a low gear and the standard gear that you're always in, the default gear, and you just switch four-wheel drive or diff lock on or off. I don't know. It's weird, but it doesn't intend to be SnowRunner. I think we've got to understand. I don't think it's wanting to be, you know, a sequel to SnowRunner. It's another new game, stroke fresh take on the off-road driving sim, I suppose, with a few more intricacies, but with a few other things stripped back, if that makes sense. Because from what I can gather, unless I'm missing something, I don't think you can even turn the engine on or off. And you don't have to worry really about turning the engine on or off, because there's no fuel consumption. There's no need to refuel or worry about running out of fuel when you're on a job. Nutty guy. I'd originally got it pre-ordered from the game collection, and then when there was no movement on stock over the weekend, I thought they were going to be cutting it fine to get the stock in their warehouse on the Monday morning and then get them all out on Monday to deliver on Tuesday. But then I get 20% discount, staff discount at work on the PlayStation top-up vouchers. So I cancelled my pre-order with the game collection and got top-up vouchers from work, and actually ended up affording, for the same price that I would have paid for the physical, I ended up getting the rebuild edition. So yeah, I ended up. My last day at work was Saturday, and with there being no movement on the stock, I made the decision on Saturday before I left work, because I'm off all this week. I made the decision by the PlayStation top-up vouchers then, and then just go digital on this. Which way did I come in? So pre-downloaded Sunday, I think it was, or Saturday night, and then was ready to go last night. And I had a quick look at it last night, but I think I was too tired to appreciate what it was trying to do, because I got to a couple of points where I was scratching my head and getting frustrated with some of the systems that it was trying to introduce. And there was the things like, hang on a sec, we haven't got an engine start and stop. Couldn't fathom out that the game isn't too bothered about you having the need to stop and start your engine, because there's no fuel consumption, no damage on your vehicles, no day and night cycle and stuff like that. And I was like, is that a bridge too far, not having day and night cycles and fuel consumption? But it's trying to do something completely different. It's another spin, isn't it, on their old take on the old construction and off-road vehicles and stuff. It's their spin on it. It's another take, rather than doing the same thing and treading the same ground, just with different maps. Because had it been the same thing as SnowRunner with different maps, you'd have just thought, well, it's SnowRunner, it's MudRunner 3, whereas SnowRunner is MudRunner 2. It's just been another SnowRunner game. But I get what they're striving for. I get that they're trying to freshen things up. Got to go to the forward base, haven't I? Forward base is up there. Shall risk that route? Go on then, we'll risk it. I mean, I said yesterday I was playing Expeditions yesterday whilst I was getting in the mood for this, and I was saying all throughout my stream of Expeditions that this is not going to be, for anybody expecting something like SnowRunner, it's not going to be like SnowRunner. If anything, it's going to be closer to Expeditions than it is SnowRunner in terms of its mission structure. But even knowing that I said that yesterday, and now that I've played this, it's so far detached from Expeditions as well, in terms of what Expeditions went for. Because I've said, and I'll kind of say it to humble in the face, that Expeditions almost feels like a roguelike game of off-road truck driving. Because you can plan a job or a mission on that game. Right, I'm moving this out of the way quick. Go, 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 go. Oh, I think he's at the wall. He's at the wall already. So my route's failed. Oh, he's at the wall already. Right, hang on. Oh, why won't it let me edit it? Alright, we'll try that. I've got a feeling it's going to fail here as well. I mean, he's got through, but it's a bit messy. Batteries. Good afternoon. They're still going. Leave them to it a minute. See if they complete it. Oh, it's failed. No, that's a different route. That's failed. I don't know why they're failing there. Oh no, they've got stuck here. They've got tangled up with each other. Bit sketchy. How long did they delay it for, did they say? Is that just because you're across the pond? The little pond, so to speak? Or do you think that's because they didn't ship until yesterday? I said to Sharky, the game collection have only ever let me down or on deliveries when the game is coming out on a Tuesday. If it's a Tuesday release and they haven't shipped before the weekend, if they ship on a Monday, it always misses the Tuesday delivery. It's very 50-50 as to whether it makes it. Moose, good afternoon. I shall see if these get to the location drama free. Almost there, I think, actually. Get through that water. He got slowed down by the water, but he didn't. What the f... So, up and around this bend. Another route has failed again. Why does that route keep failing? Swine. I am, yeah. I am. I understand that it's going for something different. There's a few head-scratching things in it for anybody who's a SnowRunner purist. There's a couple of head-scratchers in it, but I get what they're going for, if that makes sense. You know, they tried to put a different spin on things with expeditions, and I was saying before I lost my train of thought that expeditions for me is like Mudrunner. It's more strict mission based, but it's also very, for me, it's got rogue like elements to it. Expeditions has, because you can read the job, look at the difficulty of the job because it lists the failed again. What the? Hey, why does it try to go down there? I'm starting to sense bugs here rather than... Unless it fell down there. Right, hang on. Let's get him out of the way, because he's in the way. Yeah, so roguelike, Expeditions is more roguelike for me, because you can read the description of the job, you can see the difficulty of the job, because it lists it, and you can see how much distance that it says you've got to cover, and then you've got to meticulously plan the job, and it can still all go wrong. It can also go pear-shaped when you meticulously plan the job. What is he doing? What is he doing? And beeping me, you... So yeah, you can meticulously plan a job on expeditions, and you can be and I have been 2 or 3 hours into a job, and I've exhausted everything, and it's all gone pear-shaped. It's all gone to shit. And you have to kind of get to a point where you go, I've got nothing else left in the tank. Because it's not like SnowRunner where you can drag a vehicle out from the warehouse or from your garage, from your garage and rescue and salvage the situation. You can't. You literally, if you up, if you're up shit creek without a paddle, as they say, on expeditions, then you can royally get screwed. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here, right? I'm going to see if there's a better route that way. Yeah, so you can get up, you can be right up shit creek without a paddle on expeditions, and you have to literally wipe and go again. And I have had situations where I'm 2 or 3 hours into a mission, and I can literally see the finishing line, or what I think might be finishing line. And I've also had some very close calls on it as well, where I'm literally running on fumes, and I've got to the end whilst on fumes. And that's why I think it's more of a roguelike elements to expeditions compared to the open worldness of SnowRunner. And this is trying to do something entirely different again. I can't quite put my finger on it yet until I get further in. I think this route's going to be a bit dodgy for them trucks to navigate. But I'm going to go and carry on doing it anyway, so I can see what's up here, because I'm opening the map up. So yeah, I can't, because I'm still in the tutorial area here, I still can't quite put my finger on what they're going for in this. I think this is more of a... it's got more of a narrative that you've got to restore, regenerate and clear areas. Shall we have a nosy up there? Come on then, have a nose up there. Hey. Right, let's clear the route completely. Another one that failed. Well, that has failed, I mean. Oh, wrong turning, that is. That's the wrong turning. Right, hang on. Let's try that. Yeah, I think that. I think this and Expeditions can stand on their own as kind of like spin-offs, and kind of stopgaps whilst they're in the process of probably having another team working on SnowRunner 3 or SnowRunner 2. I mean, yeah, I do. Flying Squirrel, good afternoon, welcome in. I wonder if, see, in the top right corner of those windows, you've got like a green tyre and a brown tyre. I wonder if that signifies that that's got more of an off-road section to it than that one has, in any way. There is no objectives. I've literally just got to get these fully working, and then I can move on and out of the tutorial area. Let's spectate this. Yeah, that's it then. So that's they're all connected then and all running. So return to hub now then. Yeah, 100% complete. So we're on Aftermath now. So the region is mostly flooded after the storm with notable destruction around the main routes and facilities. The core objective is mitigation of immediate damage caused by flooding both in the industrial area and the civilian sector. Starting vehicle is always going to be this one. Okay, that's fine. Your company returns to the region after the storm has passed to witness the aftermath and help mitigate the consequences. Right. That was just a tutorial area, I think. So let's see how we fare here now.
Looks like our hard work paid off. The storm's passed and the town's still standing. Still, we better check for damage. I've marked your destination at the harbor.
So I've got across that bridge. That bridge is fixed now, is it? I don't think I could get across that before, could I? That's where I've got to go. So where am I starting off? I can say to the landscape now. Okay, it's not going to be as straightforward as I thought this then. Because this is in theory the same landscape I've just gone over. But it's flooded. shit. Oh my god, look at this. Come on. Shit. I'm gone. Wow. That's going to set me all the way back at where I was though, I think. Ah, there you go, there you go. Got an autonomous switch. Oh, look at that, it's flooded. The state of it now. I salvaged that one, Moose, though. I salvaged it. You didn't see a thing. No, we're not trying that way. We'll risk this way. Oh shit! Oh, it said engine flooded down and those were buggered. But there's no damage there, there's no like permanent damage. So like the engine being flooded then, it's not like there's any consequences in terms of the fact that I've got damage that I've got to try and get repaired because it's a detriment to me. I haven't gone past my turning, have I? No, it's there. That bridge is definitely intact. Got a tricky bit coming up though. I don't know whether to cut through there. I'm trying to avoid that.
At least this bridge is still in one piece. We had to move our operation before the storm. We needed to get to that harbor, so it had to be lowered. I was a bit worried about it, storm and all.
Gonna go around this way. No, maybe not. It's like there's no button for headlights either. But again, you probably don't need them because it's there's no day and night cycle, and I think every mission is set in the day. I don't recall seeing, unless when it's at night, it's baked in that your lights are just automatically on. One thing I've liked about this so far is that I did have, obviously I tried to stay away from the demo. Well, I didn't play the demo because I couldn't, because it was PC only. So I didn't actually play the demo, but I did see some streams or some gameplay of the demo. But it looks like the missions that they gave people in the demo are completely different from how the game's actually started. Oh, look at that. The cavalry has finally arrived, but your work is just getting started.
You might have noticed we've deployed some additional support. Supplies, vehicles, that kind of thing. But you'll need to jump in the crane and move all those containers out of the way first. And then you'll need to check the road from the harbor base to the transit point and clear out any hazards. Once that's done, you can plot a route for our vehicles.
It's going to be difficult plotting routes on this map when all the roads are devastated, isn't it? I'm stuck. Where have I got to put them? Just anywhere, as long as they're out the way. AC, afternoon, buddy. Oh, wrong way, that way. Oh, wrong way again. Massive AC this is. I get the feeling it's going to be big. That's what she said. That'll do. So it wants me to... which locations? So... oh, does it want a truck going there, does it? Let's see. Oh, look at that in the distance there. Right, hang on. Send additional support to the transit point. So we've sent you additional support units for repairs. They've just arrived at the harbour and are champing at the bit. I told you it was chomping at the bit. Champing at the bit. But the local crane in action. Put the local crane in action and clear the harbour surrounding territory by moving scattered containers out of the way. Then go ahead and check the road for any potential hazards. Your task is to repair the route from the harbour base to the transit point and guide our convoy up to it. Let's get moving. So right, so I'll go and scout the route then, I think, first. Let's go scout the route. Can get this way. Yeah, we'll go that way then. Your best bet to move sand around. This road has been damaged by the sawmill and is impassable for convoys. The nearby dump truck will do the trick. Switch to it to repair the damaged sections. So the dump truck can pour sand to fixed damaged roads. L1 controls the tipping angle, X opens the door, square closes the tipper. Fix the damaged parts of the northern road before sending a convoy. Allows you to refill sand in the area. Okay, so where... I'm just going to head over there, but I don't know what it wants me to do. Are they on about all this route? Because I've got to get that truck that's over there to the transit point. Let's have a look. That's these bits here I've got to do. I bet it's them, yeah. And this. Because I've got to plot a route. So that, right, okay. Okay, I get it. Let's try that then. Let's I know what, turn around. I'm not so sure that I've done that right, you know. I think I've royally messed that up. No, as if you can refill the sand from here. I don't have to go back to the quarry. Oh shit, it's all fell out, see that? That's so weird that you can refill the sand anywhere. Use your dozer to flatten the sand. The dozer is in your garage. Interact with the garage on your map to deploy it. Okay, where's the map garage? Interact with the garage on your map. I can't see a garage. Am I going blind? Over there. Garage. This is where your fleet vehicles are stored. Rusty vehicles and your chosen stars vehicles cannot be sold. To deploy your vehicle on the map, select it and press square. Vehicles that are already deployed are marked with that symbol, whatever that is. Pardon me. Right, I need the dozer. Oh my god, I can't drive this thing. What the f... I'm gonna get stuck. I knew it. So the road to transit point is still in rough shape. Pouring sand over compromised sections takes some patience. Luckily you've got a dump truck for that. And a dozer from the garage to finish the job. Dump truck. Oh, I might have to go down there, refill sand. So you can only refill sand, by the looks of it, if you're in the vicinity of the quarry. The sand quarry, so I'm going to have to go back down. Yeah. So if you're close to this area, you can refill, you don't have to drive all the way back in. Left or right? You're right. You're getting really fast now, is that because you're not going to load in the back, I wonder? If it takes into account the weight in the back. Oh shit, 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 shit. Right, let's try this route now then. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make that tight turn, you know. I didn't seem this far up here. I don't pass it, have I? No, it's here. Right, shall we spectate them? See if they make the tight turnings. See if they make the tight turnings. Let's see if they make the tight turns. That I've set. To be fair, it's, oh god, have I messed up here? Yes, I have. As if I didn't see that. Was I blind or what? I mean, they're just about making it, but still. I mean, they're making it, but I need to replan that, really. As if I didn't see that, you blind. I could have got him going through there, I suppose, but... Dipshit. Where's the truck? Look at that, that's awesome. Yeah, this is starting to hit that sweet spot now where I think this is brilliant in its own right with what it's trying to do, and it, you know, it's not trying to be SnowRunner and retread the same ground. This is brilliant. For anyone just tuning in, this isn't me driving this. This is me spectating this on a route that I've just planned. To make sure they can make it. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was stuck on the bloody... I knocked that, that was me. I knocked that with my truck. Failed. Right, okay, hang on. Right then. Gonna move that out of the way. What a dipstick. Can you believe that shit? I knocked that with my truck as I was testing out the route. I remember driving over it, I didn't realise it was on my bloody route. To be fair as well, I'll be able, or should be able, to replan that bit where it gets stuck by that cargo container as well. Is this ticking a few boxes for you then, Zodius? This, because I know you said you didn't like the look of Expeditions because it looked too hard. I think you said it looked a little bit too frustrating and too hard. But is this ticking boxes for you then? This one. So that bit up there is okay. But let's replan this bit here. Now let's try this. Oh, I can look around in the cockpit as well whilst I'm spectating. Look at the keys dangling. Brilliant. Oof. They all slow down. Is the other vehicle coming right? Yeah, it is. I was going to say there was two vehicles before. Just making sure that was still coming. When I put that sand down there and that water, I loved how the water dispersed when I dumped that sand there. Brilliant. Yes.
Good job there. We need a base of operations on the other side of the river, and that means we need a bridge. I don't suppose you've built a bridge before.
Oh.
Right? Well, there's a first for everything. Oh, and if you want a steady supply of concrete slabs, I have just the thing. You can send a concrete slab convoy from the warehouse to the harbor base. Not essential, but it should keep our reserves up.
So set up our next base on the other side of the river. What's that side quest there as well? Send a convoy with concrete to the harbour base. So we've got side and main. Already done that one. So I've got to plot a route from here. Warehouse to the harbour base. But I haven't run that route at all, so I have no idea. What's that pipeline thing for? Does that mean I'm going to have to build a pipeline at some point? Oh god, look how far away that is! I don't think I can do that yet. I think I need to take care of things like that for that route. Maybe that as well. Yeah, we're getting into the big stuff here now, aren't we? Digital, but purely because I get 20% discount on PlayStation top-ups at work. So in essence, I paid the digital, the physical copy is about 33 quid on average on most websites. The rebuild edition that I bought comes with a few extra vehicles and an expansion when it's available, which is 45 quid on the PSN store. But by the time I got my discount off, it cost me the same price. Because I bought a £40 top up, which costs me 32 quid, and then I'd already got a fiver on my PlayStation wallet from PlayStation Stars. So it cost me the same in theory. Yeah, I don't think I can plot that route yet, because I think there's too many dodgy areas that I probably need to cover with sand. Like that one maybe. I think if I cover these areas with sand, that one there, that's definitely water in it. I might take some sand up that, cover that, and then plot the route. So let's get the dump truck. Oh, it won't let me skip it. It won't let me do what I want to do, so it wants me to build a bridge here, does it? So wide concrete bridge, maximum angle 15, maximum section 20. Throughout the game you'll use different types of bridges. Resources the bridges require, 15 maximum angle of the bridge. Right, select the available bridge type and start planning. To select the start and end point. X to select the start and end points. R3 alignment sets the angle at which the bridge ends for smoother transitions. Remember that bridges have limited maximum length and cost resources. To build the bridge, deliver the required resources to any of the designated zones at either end. You can also cancel the plan by hovering and holding square to delete. This will refund all resources used. Yeah, I had actually ordered the physical copies Odious as well, from our usual place, because I kind of was wanting the physical copy sitting next to SnowRunner and Expeditions, which I've got physical, but there was no movement on the stock at the weekend, at the game collection, and with Tuesday releases at the game collection, they usually ship on Friday or Saturday to ensure that it gets here for the Tuesday release date. And on Saturday, when there was no movement on the stock and they were still saying they were awaiting stock, I was kind of like, do you know what? My last day of work for a week, whilst I'm at work, I'm going to grab those top-ups. And then I cancelled the game collection order, and then I think Dead Batteries and someone else has put in Discord that their copies have been delayed. So they have had issues by the looks of it. I mean, Dead Batteries you can sometimes put down to the fact that it has got to go over the sea. But I'm sure someone else has put in Discord that their copy had been delayed as well, or not turned up physical. So they obviously had stock delivered late on Monday and couldn't get them out in time, or they did, and it's just Royal Mail saying, you know, we deliver in 1 to 2 days. So bring resources to the production zones and observe the progress counter. Remember that you have a crane vehicle in your garage that would be most fitting for this task. So I need concrete slabs. So let's move this out of the way. Oh, here you can see map layers. Switch to the quarry layers to see the areas of active quarries. Ah, okay. They're still doing deliveries, look. Oh, they go about the business and do deliveries, and they do that radio chatter when they come past me. Right, let me just go to the loo before I do this last job. Give me a sec. Look at that there. Oh, that's the DLC that came with the premium edition of the game, I think. Oh. Oh, I didn't need to get that out of the garage, I've got this. So, where do I get? Where do I get my concrete slabs from? I was thinking again from here. As if he's beeping at me. Brilliant. hang on, just had a thought. Just had a thought, right, hang on. Can I put that back in the garage? Retain. Have I got to get them from the warehouse to the harbour? Is that what I've got to do? I think that's what I've got to do, you know. I mean, there is one. Oh, there's some there. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. There's already some there. So I've got to get the crane up here. Right, hang on then. I haven't brought the crane out, have I? Hell, the tuning on this. I don't sometimes, you know, because I'm taking in what's on the screen and the text, and then the bloody voiceover. Why did the voiceover say that there was already concrete slabs there, or did the voiceover say that I got it? I distinctly remember something about it saying me needing to transport something from the warehouse to the harbour, which I was just about to do, but then I've just spotted there's already concrete slabs up here. Oh god, there's loads there as well. Right, hang on then. Right. Gotta be careful here though, that I don't block the road. Because of those trucks that are just coming up and down my route. Yeah, I knew I'd got a crane. I knew I'd got a crane in the garage from the first tutorial map. Then I was thinking I need to just deploy the crane and get them from the harbour. But then there's no stock in the harbour. And that's when I clicked, maybe I need to transport it from the warehouse to the harbour. But then I remembered that I'd seen some. And I couldn't remember where. And then as soon as I got in this truck, they were right there. They're already here. Gotta be careful here that I don't block this route. I'm not sure this is going to cut it, you know. Oh. Right, hang on a second. Gotta be quick here. Oh shit! Reach. Missed it. I was trying to back it up as close as I could, but as soon as I settle the vehicle now, it's going to drop that. Yep, it would. I've got a feeling that's going to block this route. Right, hang on, change of plan. Right, I'll wait for him go past. work. Not gonna work. I don't think it's high enough. Why can I not take it any higher? Oh. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, so well, this is what I'm doing. Seeing as the crane is so close to the zone anyway, surely I can pick all these up around here and just drop them directly in. Ah, that changes that to that. Where have you seen string length? There. Only when you've got it on, yeah. How many you've done? 4. Another 3 then. One more. Good spot, Zodius. I didn't see that about the rope length. I wonder if I set up base here, it'll let me transport the steel beams easier and stuff. Have I got what vehicles have I got out and in play at the minute? This. I don't think I've seen a prompt to let me interact with this trailer. Yeah, there's no prompt there, is there?
Should weather any storm. Remember, our job isn't just to fix what's broken. It's to make life better for folks around here.
Oh, look at this. What was on bricks? This was. Bet it needs repairing, doesn't it? Oh, the service trailer. No, not the service trailer. Right, let's go and have a look. So you've unlocked a new base on this map. Bases are interconnected and can be used to quickly move things around. Deliver resources to one base and retrieve them from another. Store a vehicle on one garage and deploy it from another. Each base also serves as a free recovery point.
That town you just passed through is Anbala. It's the industrial heart of the region, so it's vital we get it pumping again. And that means delivering lots of supplies. You'll need to build a road and then plan a route between Anbala and the transit point. Ah, and there's a nearby village on the harbor that could use your help. If you have the time. Strictly, we're not required, but I think you like to help folks out. Panama is in sore need of supplies. So you could plot a route to it from the transit point. I'm sure the folks there would appreciate it.
Well, these new vehicles, this is a garage. The garage is all the base. There are garages at all bases you unlock. You can purchase and sell vehicles and also access your vehicles to deploy them on the map. Strange how they went for no day and night cycle. Seeing as you can spend hours in like one map. So send a convoy with concrete to the harbour base. Bring help to Panama, that's my next two objectives. But for now, that is me done. That is me done now. So let's just quickly return to the, I think it auto saves as you go. Let's quickly return to the hub. So how many maps have we got? Tutorial map was that one. Seven maps. I thought there was 10. Unless more unlock after. I thought I'd read there was 10. So that's what I own so far because I've found them in the game world. Then you got the shop to buy more stuff. but some stuff is locked behind the need to upgrade. And then this is my company. So rank and money earned. Main objectives 13 out of 285. Side objectives 1 out of 84. Infrastructure requests 4 out of 99. Bases unlocked only 6 out of 38. And vehicles unlocked 10 out of 78. Crazy. Crazy. Maps completed 1 out of 8. Yeah, it does say 8 maps there. Although I thought I'd read there was 10. But anyway, yeah, that's me done. Let's see if there's anyone on I can throw a raid over to. Right, I have made sure I spelled it right. So I'm going to put you over to Cyan, who is on Microsoft Flight Sim. And I will catch you all over the next couple of days or so, whenever I get a free time. But you liking the look at this, Odious? There's ticking boxes for you, floating your boat. It's very interesting. It looks like it's good for bang for your buck again, as they always are. Even if you bought the base game series, I think it's only £35 on digital, maybe. And you always get, like, say, bang for your buck, and then you just buy the DLC as and when it becomes available, which is what I did with Expeditions, to be honest. I only bought the that base game on Expeditions and bought the DLC as I went, and they're only like £6 each. But anyway, I digress and I waffle. So I'm going to put you over to Cyan, who's on Microsoft Flight Sim, and I'll catch you all. Thanks for stopping by, Zodius. Thanks for that sub again, and I'll catch you all over the next few days. So take care, all.